So now I'm just going to take a couple minutes, go around the car and let you know everything that's been done to it, as many things as I can recall at this moment. There's so many things and upgrades done to this car that there's a lot to note here, but I'm going to start with the outside and show some of the custom things and different things or stock things that were done. Outside, it is the original yellow paint that this Boss would have been. This is a real Boss 302 shell to start with, G-code VIN that was done up into this Restomod that you see here. So outside wise, it is fairly stock looking other than the wheels. They are an 18 by 10 in the back and an 18 by 9 in the front. Everything is painted up to be like the Boss should be. And on the back, things were kept somewhat stock. It does have a different style gas cap in the center, which is just a push in and twist to pop that out. Battery charge port on the back. The battery is in the trunk and it is electric. You can see the lock's gone. So if your battery would happen to die, you could still jump it through that port there to get in and access the car. All the Boss 302 decals are on like they should be, and going down the hood, the center stripe is painted on. Also outside, everything is LED lights. You can see here, they're LED high beam, low beams. The front turn signals have LED bulbs in it. The marker lights are all LED. And in the back, you can't see, but the back end has LED lights in it as well, and they are sequentials. So some of the more custom metalwork that was done to it, the drip rails are gone, so I shaved those off so it has that nice clean look to them, and in my opinion they're finished off the right way, where it's all smoothed out around this window trim area, so I didn't have any chrome trims that needed to be there. And everything is sealed underneath those gaskets with some adhesive to prevent from water. It does have power windows on the front windows. The back windows are just a tilt style. Mirror just on this side. The major difference in this body is it has a 1-inch body drop done to it. So I moved the front frame rails attached to the rear subframe of the car, and rails, floor pans, all that stuff was raised up into the vehicle 1 inch. So there's a lot of custom work that was done to allow that to happen, to get it to drop down to this ride height without maxing out your suspension geometry, so it still handles like it should. And it's all coilover suspension front and back. It's Mustang's to Fear front frame rail suspension kit, and it's a Mustang's to Fear 4-link Watt suspension in the back. Willwood disc brakes. So it has the big 6-piston Willwoods up front and 4 pistons in the back. Nitto tires. We'll go up here in the engine bay. So it's got, the shock towers are gone to allow the room for the Coyote billet. Mustangs to Fear hood and trunk hinges with the struts in them, so they open and close really nice. Front end, these panels here I handmade and rolled all the patterns into it to cover up the big aluminum radiator. There is a massive CNR Racing radiator under here with a dual fan, so you don't have to worry about cooling as an issue. As far as the engine goes, it has a billet timing sprocket and oil pump gears installed into it. The Boss 302 intake has mid-length headers that are stainless, along with a stainless MagnaFlow the rest of the way back, cold air intake, and Just everything has been upgraded and is fresh on the motor as far as all the accessories, water pump, everything's just been new fluids and all that stuff. Everything's good to go on the engine, and I just changed the oil after I run it, so that's fresh as well. It's an aeromotive fuel system, so it has a stealth tank in the back, and the steel braided lines going the whole way up to the front with an aeromotive fuel pump and filter, an inline filter. See if I can go underneath a little bit. The exhaust is routed underneath of the axle because of the Watts link. It doesn't give any room above it to mount that stuff. So if I can get it to brighten up here, you can see it's run underneath and coming out the back sides here. But lots of parts throughout are powder coated because I do all that in-house. So the rear axle and suspension and lots of odds and ends are all powder coated on this car. I'll pop the trunk, which is an electric popper, just here on the floor. And you can see the gas struts there. On those Mustangs Zafira aluminum hinges, they work really nice. Nice aluminum battery hold down. It's in the trunk, which the wires run up to the front there where it meets its junction block. And everything in the back here, I just have the plaid mat like it would have originally had. Most of it is to look original on this car, so lots of things were done to just be clean, original, so it still looks like a Boss 302 in the end. And just to open up and go through the inside here. Like I said, it's power windows. It's just on a original style looking handle, and it's key on powered. I have it sourced to for that. It's a Ford Performance control pack that's running it, and a painless wiring harness for the rest of the car. Dakota digital gauges for everything, and everything's set and programmed. Distinctive Industries seats and most of the upholstery stuff. Headliner, that's all Distinctive Industries. Let's get it to focus here. Maybe. It does have a CD player in the dash there. Hurst handle with a T handle. And it is a 6-speed T56 Magnum transmission. The fuse box, control box for the control pack is mounted underneath there, and I also have speakers that are mounted behind the fresh air vents. In the front, there's 6x6 speakers, and in the back, which you can't really see for a reason, I put holes in that package tray. There's speakers that are mounted underneath there, which you can see there. So the things are hidden to keep it looking clean and more discreet. I don't like the in-your-face modifications, but everything to look clean and perform like it does. Original style steering wheel. The seat platforms were cut down to accommodate that 1-inch drop, so it's not like you're crammed in there. You actually have more room than normal because I took them down pretty far. I'm 6'1" and I fit in there comfortably, and it goes back as far as you need it to go. So, and everything's adjusted, closed. I spend a lot of time on body whenever I'm doing these cars. You can go back through my videos. I have some sheet metal videos and test fit videos of this car throughout the process if you're interested in seeing that. But this is going to be next week at Mecum Harrisburg. The lot number is S101, S for Saturday, number 101. So I think it's around midday. Yeah, I'm excited to take it. If anyone's there, you'll find me around. I'm sure I'll be there most of the days. But like I said, Mecum Harrisburg this next Saturday, number 101. So if you're interested, There you go. There's the Boss Hero 2. I've been wanting to put out videos on this for a while now and finally got around to it. So